Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. My name is George Zarilla. I'm the co-publisher of South Charlotte Lifestyle Magazine, and I'm sitting here with my partner, Lynn Coldwell. Lynn, mind saying
Hi.
so? Well, first of all, I'd like to welcome everyone to our very first Cinco de Mayo Taco Fiesta that we're organizing today. We are, for some of you that might not be familiar with South Charlotte Lifestyle Magazine, South Charlotte Lifestyle Magazine is a magazine that's been out since April of 2016. We launched it, and it is directly mailed to some of the most affluent families that live between Myers Park all the way down south to Ballantyne, and even, in fact, including Waxhaw. And we've been publishing the magazine now since April of 2016. We also mail out 500 copies to doctors and dentist offices. And this afternoon, we're hosting a conference for two of our long-term advertisers, MannTravels, that's been advertising with us since the very first premiere issue on April 2016. And also Burtons. Burtons has been advertising with us, partnering with us since February of 2018. So first, let's get started with MannTravels, who's been sharing and serving the individuals in both North and South Carolina for over 40 years. Their secret to longevity is that personal service that they provide. I know for one, we used their services when we went on a river cruise this past August. And we had a great time going through the Bordeaux region of France, and MannTravels did a fabulous job, not only for the actual trip, but the 2 days that we spent in Paris before and the 2 days that we spent in Paris afterwards. And they did all of our arrangements, and I can't wait to go back on another scenic cruise that has been coordinated and organized by MannTravels. So with no further introduction, let me go ahead and introduce Ronnie Fishkin, who is the marketing director of MannTravels. And Ronnie, I'll go ahead and put your slides up.
Sure, we can start the screen. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and happy Cinco de Mayo. We are really excited to be here today with South Charlotte Lifestyle Magazine. As George told you, we've been partners for a long time. And of course, I'm thrilled to be at Burtons because it is, right down the block from my office, making me a frequent visitor here. So we're happy to be partnering with them. And we are going to be whetting your appetite very soon for some Mexican food. But before we do that, I want to spark your imagination by talking about some travel opportunities in Mexico. Obviously, we all know we can't travel now, but we can certainly dream about it and even plan for future travel. Recent reports, like last week, I saw a report, a travel industry survey that said 72% of us, of Americans, are already working on planning their next vacation. That's a pretty significant number. I know I'm one of them, and I imagine some of you are as well, that having a little cabin fever, being under a stay-at-home order, we may be social distancing, but our wanderlust is really growing. So we wanted to give you some ideas, and MannTravels is happy to give you some Mexico ideas. So we know that the first place people are probably going to be comfortable traveling to is closer to home destinations. So here in the Carolinas, that really gives us a lot of options, including some Caribbean destinations and Mexico, because most of them are, very close to home, non-stop flights, very easy. So we're going to focus on Mexico today because, of course, it's Cinco de Mayo. And I wanted to show you by way of this map really what I'm talking about. So if you see all the way on the right-hand part of your screen, the little part of Mexico that comes up the tail, where Cancun is right on the top of that spot. Cancun is a very, very quick trip from Charlotte. It's just a few hours away, which means theoretically you could leave your house in the morning and be on the beach with a margarita in your hand by the afternoon. So we're going to share a few pictures of Cancun while I'm talking. It is Cancun area. When travel agents or vacationers talk about the Cancun area, they're really talking about the area on the coast, all the way on that eastern coast of Mexico, from Cancun all the way down to Tulum. So that entire coast of Mexico is filled with so many beautiful resorts and such gorgeous beaches. Some are for families, others adults only. Some have beautiful pools. Some of them are big, bustling properties, maybe with huge casinos and dance clubs, or some of them are small, private, spa-oriented boutique hotels. There are lots of inclusive options in the Cancun and Riviera Maya area. There are beautiful beaches, swim-up pools, water sports, area excursions. So some people may want to do a daring parasail over the ocean, or do nothing at all, but sit at a swim-up bar. If any of those things and anything in between, there's a place for you. There's really an option for every traveler, every budget. So I want to talk for a second about all-inclusive resorts, because sometimes I hear that a lot of people haven't tried all-inclusive resorts, and I get it. Years ago, the reputation of all-inclusive resorts was, let's face it, pretty questionable. It was mediocre food and buffets, cheesy entertainment. Well, that is a complete thing of the past. Today, gourmet options abound, fabulous activities and entertainment, 4- and 5-star accommodations, and you always know what you're getting and what you're paying before you go. So no surprise bills at the end of the trip. You can budget in advance, pay over time. You can have the vacation of a lifetime without ever looking at a menu and a drink price. For me, that is sort of something you can't even put a price tag on. When I travel with my family and everybody wants food or drink at any time of the day and I don't have to worry about it, it's a very freeing way to travel. So now we're going to move from Cancun and almost directly due west. We're going to hit Mexico City. Okay, everybody see it in the middle of the map with the star, Mexico City, the capital, center of Mexico. I want to share that also people, well, let's say some media reports in the past couple of years have made people question whether Mexico is safe. The areas that I'm sharing with you are areas that are safe to travel to and invite and welcome hundreds and thousands of visitors every year. So this is Mexico City. It is so beautiful. What people don't know is that Mexico City is, for the past few years, has been on every list of top cities to visit, top destinations in the top 3, sometimes hitting number 1 for the past few years. It's full of wonderful culture. It's full of architecture, history, great culinary and wine options. People don't know that either. Mexico City has a few Michelin star restaurants that people are surprised by. There are ruins nearby, so you can really study history. Great shopping, as you can see. It's a very big city, full of things to explore. Really great hotel options. You can have a big hotel. You can stay in a smaller boutique property. As you can see, it's a bustling city, but full of tons of things to do. So the next stop, one more picture of Mexico City. I have not been here yet, but it is way top of my list to go. So back to the map for a minute, because now we're going to keep going west. And as you see, all the way on the tip of the Baja Peninsula, south of California, is Cabo San Lucas and Los Cabos. So there are probably lots of other Mexican destinations that we could talk about, but we're going to stick to these three for the purposes of today. Los Cabos is an area that includes Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo, and then the corridor in between them. There is an explosion of hotel building going on in Cabo now. People who have visited there, 10, 20 years ago remember it as a sleepy little town. It is not like that anymore. Beautiful luxury hotels. It will grow and grow in popularity. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, I get why it's going to be so popular. It is a beautiful place with fabulous weather, great activities. You can golf, fish, boat, snorkel, dive. There are amazing restaurants, whether you want fresh seafood or whether you want authentic Mexican cuisine. And look at that picture. The cliffs in Los Cabos in that area make for really dramatic vistas. I will say that not every resort has a huge swimmable beach. So if that's important to you, you want to be sure with your travel advisor that you tell them that's important. A lot of them have swimmable beaches, some of them do not, because of the way the geography works there. A lot of those rocky shorelines surround the area. The other thing I'll say about Cabo is that different from some other areas in Mexico is that these towns are really safe for visitors to explore, to wander in, to go to different restaurants, which makes it a really fun place to visit because you're not only at your hotel. This is an iconic shot of Cabo and the area. And it's a very popular place for boats to come because the snorkeling and the coral and fish life in this area are very popular. And so you'll see a lot of boats and excursions come to this area during the day. When I was there last year, we did a sunrise kayak tour to see the whales. And I gotta tell you, it was worth getting up before dawn and at dark and putting on that wetsuit and getting in that kayak to see the whales out in the distance. It was really magical. So here, one more picture of the Cabo area. The topography obviously is quite different from what you would see on the east coast of Mexico. Cancun is flatter, bigger swimmable beaches, but it doesn't have these dramatic rock formations and that sort of very spectacular coastline imagery that you see in Cabo. So now that you really want to go, I'm dying to go. Oh yeah, so many fun activities. You could horseback ride. There's so many things to do in Cabo from your hotels, a short ride away. There's another example of some of the hotels that are being built in the area. Again, same thing as Cancun, lots of all-inclusives, but also small boutique hotels that you can snorkel right off the beach on, or maybe learn how to surf. So many fun things to do there, and not quite as easy a flight as getting to Cancun or some of the Caribbean islands, but definitely worth it. That's why it used to be really an area that the West Coast, California and the Southwest visited more than the East Coast, us more than we visited. But I think that's going to change. I think as soon as people get wind of how fabulous Cabo is, it's going to be really, really popular for Charlotteans. Okay, so I think those are the only pictures I have, and I want to tell you that, so here's a quick look at how quick it is to get to Mexico City. You can see direct flights, American Airlines Vacations, who's a great partner of MannTravels, flies there nonstop. And hotels in the area of the Cancun and Cabo are starting to open on June 1st. So between June 1st and July 1st, you'll see a lot of hotels opening, and that means reservations are starting to happen. American Airlines Vacations, along with MannTravels, has set up some promotions that travelers are going to enjoy. Extra bonus American Airlines Advantage miles with reservations. So they also are coming, I have a promotion right now where you can save up to $25 a night at some resorts. So talk to your MannTravels advisor and see what is the best offer for you. They change based on the different resorts that are offering all these different promotions. If you don't have a MannTravels advisor, I recommend that you work with a travel professional to plan your next vacation. If anything has been, that we've been taught a lot of things in the last 6 weeks, but one of them is that people should book with a travel professional that will advocate for them, will vet the property they're going to, will make sure they have the right, the I's dotted and the T's crossed. So if you don't have a MannTravels advisor, please reach out to us at vacations@manntravels.com or our 800 number, 800-343-MANN, or get in touch with us online or on Facebook. And we really want to help you dream about your next vacation so that when you're ready to travel, we can make it happen for you. So thanks for joining me. I'm gonna turn it back over so we can learn about some Mexican food.
All righty. All right. Thank you, Ronnie. Now I'm going to turn it over to Christian and Marie from Burtons, who are going to be sharing with us some of the interesting facts about making your next trip or your next Cinco de Mayo memorable. All right.
How's everybody doing? Happy Cinco de Mayo. A little bit more. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. I had to get adjusted here.
Yeah.
Okay, Marie?
Yeah. So Christian's gonna go through demoing our guacamole and our tomato jalapeno relish, which are two of the items that you'll find on our Cinco de Mayo feature today, which is going to be our street tacos, which you can have prepared any number of ways, depending on what type of proteins you're in the mood for today. And it's going to come with a smorgasbord of toppings for you to pick and choose which ones you want to add to customize your evening dinner. So
with the family meal, you're getting our slow roasted baked beans, black beans. We got our jasmine rice, tossed in some herb and butter, shredded cheddar, shredded lettuce, our in-house pickled onions, a little Baja sauce, which is kind of like a creamy lime, cumin, little dark chili powder. We got a choice of proteins, which are going to be carnitas, prawn shrimp.
We're just fixing one thing. We're taking the PowerPoint off, and we're going to make you big. Just a little technical snafu. Yeah. There we go.
Perfect, cool. So as we were saying, so the choice of proteins, you're going to have the prawn shrimp, we have our carnitas, and then our pulled chicken, which we actually have in the tacos right here. And you get a choice of guacamole and chips, and that tomato jalapeno relish we were talking about. I call it pico. Our tomato jalapeno relish right here. We are going to do a demo how to make the jalapeno relish and our guacamole as well. And after that, Marie's going to go to the fun stuff, to our margarita pura.
So we make a traditional margarita pura here at Burtons. It pairs beautifully with our tacos. It's one of our most popular cocktails here in Charlotte. And it features our Cazadores Reposado tequila and Cointreau, which is going to be our gluten-free brandy that is an orange-based liqueur that adds to some of that authentic flavor here. And then we'll use agave syrup to slightly sweeten the margarita to make it a little more palatable for everybody. And so, yeah, we're going to go through all that here in just a minute.
And that is actually completely gluten-free as well.
Yeah, everything in this drink is gluten-free. The tequila, the Monin agave syrup, and the Cointreau. And we source them specifically so that we can provide cocktails to any of our clients when they come in.
We're also able to offer our tacos, whether you're doing an individual order or a family size order. This pictured right here is the family size order versus individual. You can also do this gluten-free with corn tortillas. You can even kind of go crazy and do some paleo. So you can't do the beans, and obviously you can't do the cheese or the Baja with any paleo setup. So let's do the tomato jalapeno relish first. Nice. Flip it around. There we go. Perfect. Cool. Get these chopped tomatoes right here. Beefsteak tomatoes work probably the best, but and you can use pretty much almost any
Roma tomatoes.
Roma tomatoes,
anything
vine
where-
ripes.
Yeah. Anything we have minimal skin contact, just for texture.
Got some parsley going in here.
Just a little green, a little color.
Red bell peppers. A little more of that color in there. Chopped red onions. Little minced jalapenos. Now we did core the jalapeno, take a little bit of that membrane and the seeds out. If you like a little more spicier, a little more heat, you can have those seeds and that membrane in there. I don't like any heat in jalapenos, so I always
a lot of people always ask me, they hear jalapeno in the name, they're like, is it spicy? And I'm like, this is the ratio of jalapeno to tomato to everything else going in there.
Color
so
right there.
It's pretty palatable for most people, I think.
A little lemon juice with some white balsamic vinegar. Go ahead and get creating a little bit more in there. There we go.
More just of that acid.
Salt and pepper. Get a little mix right there. Here we go. Nice, bright, vibrant colors. Smells great. Beautiful. There you go. And that is our tomato jalapeno relish right there. It smells amazing.
Wish you guys could smell it. So good.
All right. Put that right behind us. All right. On to the guacamole. So I took most of the workout with peeling the avocados and getting the seed out, kind of mashing it up. It's always best to get a, when you're looking at your avocados, grocery store, you want to make sure they're nice and soft. You don't want them to be too bright green in color. Might take a little bit longer. Marie's got a nice little trick if you're at home trying to ripen your avocados. You put it in a paper bag with a banana.
Yeah,
really,
you
right?
put it in a brown paper bag with banana. You roll it down and you leave it on the counter overnight, up to a day, depending on how green your avocado is when you buy it. And then when you're ready for it, you're all set. And it's ready to go when you get back to it.
We got probably about 4 or 5 avocados right here. Again, depending on the size. These were probably about the size of my fist. There we go. And with the onions right here, it's in there. Some cilantro, finely chopped. Again, with the jalapenos, again, already cored the membrane out and all the seeds out of there. There we go. A little salt. Always go a little bit heavier on your salt. That's just me personally, kind of get away from that fattiness of the avocado.
Yeah.
And then your acid right there with the lime juice. Fresh squeeze. All right, just kind of very gently. Don't want to mush too hard. Just kind of take your hands and kind of massage and fold in the ingredients. Check right there. There we go. I prefer my guacamole a little bit chunkier. Some people like it a little bit looser, but that's about right. There we go. Looks great.
Oh, yes.
Smells great.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Yeah, so we are doing we are running tacos this week, obviously with it being Cinco de Mayo. And then next week, we're also going to do the family meal and individuals as well.
All right, so now we're going to make a classic margarita to go with your tacos. Hopefully you get your tacos from us. Unfortunately, we're not serving margaritas at the moment, but as soon as we are available to, we will definitely have this one back on the menu. This is a classic. It hasn't gone anywhere in the 3 years that I've been with the company. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. So we're going to start with lots of ice in our shaker. You want lots of ice when you're mixing your drink so that you don't water down the drink in the process and you get it nice and chilled. Keep all the flavors crisp and refreshing. Other thing I like to do, I like to build my glass before I make the drink, again, so I can go straight from the shaker to the drink and get to enjoying that as soon as possible. So we're going to rim with a little bit of, sorry, George, there we go. We're going to rim with a little bit of lime juice and that agave syrup that we're going to throw in the drink and use that to crust up the glass.
Nice.
If you want more salt on your end, you put more agave syrup on. Less salt, less. So there we go. And
You
then,
can even do sugar, right? Some people like sugar
oh yeah,
on there, right?
I do a blend 50-50 salt and sugar because I'm a sweet and salty kind of person. So I like a little bit of both. And then load up your glass again, lots of fresh ice just to keep it cold. So then we're gonna do our Cazadores Reposado, which is a slightly aged tequila that we use because it has nice complex flavor and it stands up to all the other parts of the margarita without losing that tequila punch. So tequila, and then the orange brandy. Orange is a very classic flavor in margaritas in Latin America, so we stick to that. And then we'll do just a little bit of Monin just to give you that, enhance that agave undertone and bring out those complex flavors from the tequila. And then a little bit of orange juice, and then fresh squeezed lime.
There we go.
Always prefer that fresh squeezed lime over any of that store-bought stuff, just because you want those fresh flavors. So then,
There we go. Now, is that enough for two, or you just
this is one.
just
This is
for one,
single
just for
serving.
one, just for one. All right.
So then we'll take it and we'll pour it over the fresh ice.
I didn't see my glass anywhere, so there we go.
And you get that. You want to do that full shake so you get everything mixed together and you get that agave syrup blended in. And then garnish with the traditional lime wedge. Then here at Burtons, we like to do what we call a sunset orange, where you just kind of tuck that down into the glass so that everybody knows there's orange in that glass and then don't get surprised that it's slightly sweeter tones. So that is the Burtons Margpura. And that's how we serve our classic margaritas here at Burtons. So hopefully everybody comes by to try one when we open back up here shortly, hopefully.
So again, we are doing the family meal with the tacos this evening and next week. But we also have a bunch of other different family meals available, and of course our limited menu as well.
Published online, burtonsgrill.com.
So we're getting a question about whether or not you can post the recipes.
We unfortunately are not allowed to post the recipe, but all of the ingredients are listed on the menu in an effort to clearly communicate with our guests as to what ingredients we use, so that if you have any questions about allergies or things of that nature, that's what we specialize in. So all of the ingredients are listed on the menu. We're more than happy to explain what all goes into any dish on the menu, whether it's a drink or food. But unfortunately, quantities we are not allowed to give out.
Can you tell everyone how to order food? Because people are asking.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So you're more than welcome to call in. You can also go online and do the ordering through our website. With contactless payment, so you can, pay and do all that online, and just give us a holler when you pull up.
If you're not getting in your car and going out and you want to stay in your home, we do online ordering through our website, burtonsgrill.com, for curbside pickup, or you can use grubhub.com and go on through their app, and they have the full limited menu on their website, and then you can have delivery brought to your door. And they do contactless payment as well.
Yep. Yes, and also I believe for the MannTravels, we're doing a free appetizer with purchase of an entree. So we do have our buffalo dip, our spicy chicken buffalo dip, our Memphis dry rub wings, and then our General Tso's cauliflower. Can't forget about that.
Absolutely.
So just mention that you're with MannTravels, and we'll be more than happy to share the appetizer for you. Okay.
All right, now we'll turn it over to Lynn.
Hi, everybody. That was fun. So you're ready to order your food? You can go online. Hi, Catherine. Hi. You can go online, order your food for dinner, and continue your celebration at home. And now you've got tips on mixing your drinks. And we want to thank everybody for joining us. We are delighted that you showed up, and hopefully you'll have some insight on travel plans ahead to Mexico, and enjoy your food from Burtons. You can also come by, pick up your food, or you can have your food delivered this evening by Grubhub. If you want to take advantage of the free appetizers that we're giving away, you'll need to come by and pick those up, okay? But thank you for joining us. And I have the names of everybody who was kind enough to attend this afternoon. So I am going to pick a lucky name out of the bucket, and somebody's going to win a $50 gift card. Is that right, George? 50? Okay, so the gift card winner is Charlene. Charlene Brett. Who is Charlene in the second? Yeah, and then another gift card. Okay, so the next gift card will go to, let's see who this lucky person is. Hang on, that's somebody that didn't show up. Paul Gargano, there you are. You lucky guy. Aren't you glad you came? So, pardon me? I can't hear you. George is telling me something and I can't hear him. That's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So thank you for coming. And Michael, we're glad you showed up. You missed everything. But if you have interest in learning more about South Charlotte Lifestyle Magazine, please contact George or myself. And for travel, of course, MannTravels is the place to go. And then please come out to Burtons and order food, take it home, have it delivered, and hopefully they'll be open for full service very soon. Thank you guys for coming. Have a good day. Bye.